The dusty streets of the American West were like a laboratory of civilization. In these towns, the man wearing the sheriff's badge represented more than the law. He was the living embodiment of collective security, social order, and the moral compass of the town. Long patrols on horseback were not just a test of physical endurance, but also part of a continuous psychological chess game. Yet this role was far more complex than what movies portray. For a real sheriff, sharper than the fastest draw from the holster was a keen eye, the ability to read the townspeople, and the skill to outwit enemies mentally. Behind this symbolic power lay an economic reality that resembled high-risk, commission-based entrepreneurship rather than a modern government salary. Official pay was only $25 to $50 per month, a symbolic amount barely covering daily needs. The true financial incentive came from the amounts shining on wanted posters. Rewards of $100 to $500 for a dangerous outlaw far exceeded a sheriff's annual salary. The $10,000 bounty on notorious outlaw John Dillinger's head was so astronomical that it caught the attention of many lawmen. To understand these figures, one must consider the period's economy. A sheriff's basic salary of $50 per month was comparable to that of a skilled blacksmith or carpenter. But with bounty hunting and other income sources, a sheriff could earn $1,500 to $2,000 per year, surpassing ordinary merchants. A school teacher earned around $300 to $400 annually, and a bank clerk about $600 to $800. In this light, being a sheriff offered significant earning potential, yet it came at the cost of constant risk and ethical dilemmas. Economic pressures forced sheriffs to diversify their income sources. In many towns, unwritten agreements existed between sheriffs and local businesses. Turning a blind eye to underground gambling halls or brothels in exchange for protection became a regular source of revenue. Savvier sheriffs spread rumors of dangerous outsiders visiting town, encouraging voluntary donations from bar owners and shopkeepers. This served as an informal protection tax. Famous Sheriff Wyatt Earp exemplified this economic diversity, earning far more than his official salary through casino operations and real estate speculation. This uncertainty shaped daily decisions. Each captured criminal meant not only a potential reward, but also the cost of feeding and guarding the prisoner. Minor crimes were sometimes overlooked or resolved through alternative means. These economic realities made sheriffs not just enforcers of the law, but practical operators and strategists. They were more than law enforcers. They were the living embodiment of town order. When entering a saloon, conversations would halt, and respect mixed with fear was palpable. Their ability to judge small disputes and act as mediators elevated their social status well above farmers or shopkeepers. Yet this position also carried heavy responsibilities. Arresting a landowner's son or confronting illegal practices of a mining company could endanger their careers or lives. Their decisions depended not only on justice, but also on the balance of local economic power. Retirement after such a risky career was uncertain and often unsafe. Government pensions were nearly non-existent. Clever sheriffs saved and invested their earnings during active years, often in small horse farms, land, inns, or local stores. These investments provided both income and social standing. For many, retirement remained a luxury. The profession carried high mortality rates. Armed conflicts, ambushes, and revenge attacks often claimed the lives of sheriffs while in service. The life of a Western sheriff was less a romantic adventure and more a continuous calculation of economics, social maneuvering, and personal survival. Monetary gain, social status, and public respect constantly balanced the daily brush with death. They were not just law enforcers, but psychologists, diplomats, and strategists. The townspeople could sleep slightly easier at night knowing a sheriff was present, for he was not just a lawman, but a silent guardian standing against chaos at the edge of civilization. Yet the personal cost of this guardianship was often far heavier than any storybooks suggested. Each one of them was both architect and victim of the wild spirit of the West, shaping one of the most complex and ever rewritten legends in American history. Which historic profession should we explore next on History's Ledger? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover the lives that shaped history every week.